Pisces. How's it going? It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm doing your October 2019 tarot reading. I just got a glimpse of the sun. It's funny, the sun is really coming up here too for you. So I don't know if it'll come back out, but I'm getting some good energy, some vitality, seeing things really clearly. Acceptance is coming to mind. Aha moment, getting something that you didn't get before. And I just threw all my cards on the ground. Just a minute. Well, actually, there are 4 cards on the ground, so let's just go with those, shall we? It's on the bottom. The Empress. Nurturing, organic, giving birth, creativity. All right, got the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Devil, and the 10 of Cups. So a little bit of a mixed bag. I don't see the sun, but the what's that? But the Empress is pretty nice. It's 5 of Cups. Huh. It's okay. I'm getting, so this is childhood, your inner child. So I just saw that 6 of Cups. It's like there is something that from your childhood that, or someone in your sphere of influence or whatever, that you just don't know how to deal with in a healthy manner. So this may come out in behaviors or getting into bad relationships or falling into bad behavioral patterns. This obviously depicts someone with a drinking problem, but people, it's all, I'm not a psychologist, but any sort of habitual behavior that doesn't really serve us in the long run, whether it's our own behavior or things we do, overeat, drink, escape, whatever. They're coping mechanisms. They're not born out of the desire to do harm, even if they do harm to ourselves or to others. So I feel like, and then it's like giving birth. It's like trying to heal your inner child, a fresh start, like rebirth, even though that's the Judgment card. I see you sort of, that Sun card, that aha moment, like, wait a minute. This is all about my parents divorcing when I was 10. This is all about my dad, who was pretty abusive verbally, or my whatever, fill in the blank. And it's not that then you're blaming them, but you're able to see it and deal with it and move forward. I'm getting like a 12-step program. And again, not so much the drinking aspect, but the surrendering, because we have the Devil here. These are our bad habits. These are our self-limiting habits and beliefs and thoughts and behaviors and all of the above that we were just talking about. Our inner demons that we struggle with. We all struggle with these things. So it's interesting. It's like strife. I'm sorry, I don't know why that. Strife, arguments, unclear thinking, control, drawing lines in the sand. These are people. This is unconditional relationships. No, conditional. These are relationships like, I will only love you if you do what I say and you make me happy. And if not, I want nothing to do with you. Now, of course, there are limits. If you have someone in your life that is hurting you, their behavior is hurting themselves, hurting you, it's unhealthy, it's toxic. Yeah, you don't have to deal with that, regardless of what the relationship is, whether it's a family member, a significant other, etc. Like there, you don't have to tolerate bad behavior. And that's the way that I see this conditional love. It's not that, it's more like you have to tolerate my bad behavior or else I'm going to withhold my affection. And it's funny how we can get into those types of situations because you think, oh, I would never be in a situation like that. Like, that's crazy. Why would I deal with that? But boy, we find ourselves in those pretty more, it's surprising. And you're like, how did I get into this? But the Queen of Swords, she's seeing it. And she's like, no, I'm done. She can also be a judge or a juror, a judge or a lawyer. She cuts away all this emotional stories and fear-based thoughts and like she gets to the root of the matter. I feel like if you want to have a happy, long, healthy relationship, you either need to cut out a bad behavior habit or you're with someone that has this and you need to get away from those types of behaviors. There's something here about maybe, I don't know, there's something here about giving birth to something new. I would say that Aquarius had somewhat of a similar energy in the sense that it was time to move. They had a tower moment coming, and they could either wait for the tower to come and the universe to deal with something, or they had the King of Swords step up and cut something off right away. I'm sorry, I don't know why my lighting is doing that. So you have the opportunity this month to remove yourself from either other toxic people or get your act together and deal with, accept and deal. It's kind of like the first step to dealing with a problem is admitting you have a problem, right? And to really own it, not to then say, oh, but such and such did this and such, but just to truly own it without any explanations or other deflection or blame or projection, and just to accept it, or like, I am in a toxic relationship. This person doesn't treat me well. I'm leaving. Or probably it should just be, I am in a toxic relationship and getting out and not getting sucked into the codependent it can be intoxicating. It can be hard. Like, there's something weird and intoxicating about these very volatile relationships and volatile people. And kind of like that Eight of Cups, I like to say, it's like a slot machine. The slot machine sort of senses that you're getting ready to leave, right? There's probably some sort of algorithm, and it gives you a little payout, right? Oh no, it's okay, you're doing. That's what these people do too. They're like, oh no, I see, I know, but somehow they're still the victim, even though they've been hurting you. I'm so sorry. I know I was mean. I got to work on that. I'm sorry. My dad was, here we go. The deflection, the everyone else's fault, So it's one thing to say, oh, I see where this stems from, my childhood, but it's another thing to use it again to play the victim and to excuse behavior. So wherever you're seeing that in your life, that's going to come to an end. You're done, or someone's done with you. Like you have, I don't know where it is or who it is, but if it is you, I see this as a really important new beginning for you, that you are going to be healing and moving forward and accepting responsibility and sitting with those feelings and dealing with them in a really healthy way moving forward. Um, to the Ten of Cups, the happily ever after. What's your happily ever after? Sometimes we get stuck because our happily ever after isn't what other people think, your family or society, and so we get stuck in an unhappy. I mean, we could marry someone because, oh, this person looks right and looks on paper the way a person that I should marry looks, but really it's not, it wasn't authentic. And so now moving forward, you're going to make choices out of authenticity and what's right for you, not what looks good to anyone else, not some sort of fantasy happily ever after. Some of you may leave someone because you want kids and they just have made you wait and wait, or you realize having kids with this person, they wouldn't be a good match or something like that. But you're moving forward with someone that shares your vision of a good life. And I think that's changed for you. Again, I think maybe you thought a good life was having the house and the, like, checking off these boxes of external um, successes, signs of success. And now you're like, no, success is not that. Success is being healthy and happy in a healthy, happy, supportive relationships in every area of my life, not one based on control and things like that. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.